Hello, everybody. I'm meteorologist Ashley Smith here in the First Alert Streaming Center. On this Saturday, it's that time. It's that period, that time of the year where everyone kind of forgets what day of the week it is and what date it is. But it is December 28th. That's a Saturday, and the Bengals are playing, which is also kind of, I think, throwing people off because it's a Saturday game. Of course, the end of the season, with college football the way it is, anyways. That is what happens, I guess. But it is kind of funny that I thought, okay, so yes, it is December 28th. It is, what is today? Saturday. I already said that and I've already forgotten. Okay, so what's going to happen today is that most of the day is dry, but then we do see rain late this evening. So we will be talking about that here coming up. Let me see here. Okay. All right, let's take a look outside right now from Newport on the Levee. Of course, you can see the stadium there in the background. Here's one of those planes that has like a banner. We saw folks out at Longworth Hall early this morning, obviously getting ready for the game, tailgating quite early. The official lots, they open at 11:30, I guess. They open 4 hours before, no, so 12:30, 4 hours before kickoff. So, yeah, not for another couple of hours, but Longworth Hall, those unofficial lots, they are out there already. Notice how these clouds are moving pretty quickly. Winds are a little stronger in the upper layers of the atmosphere, which is, of course, typical. At the surface, it's not quite as windy. You can see these flags kind of waving in the breeze along the serpentine wall, but, you know, nothing excessive. Clouds will be on the increase throughout the day today as well. Now, this is the high so far today. That's not our forecasted high. That's just how warm it's been so far. We expect the high will be 61. That's 20 degrees warmer than normal. Record is 67. So we're not talking about record warmth, but still very warm weather expected. Okay, so here's what it looks like on radar right now. Not much happening. Oh, hi, John. Not much happening out there as far as any kind of rain, but we'll widen this view, and what I want to show you is kind of where we're seeing that precipitation coming from. So we see, actually, there are some severe thunderstorm warnings right now ongoing across parts of Texas. There are watches, tornado and severe thunderstorm watches across parts of Louisiana, Mississippi, Texas, into Oklahoma and Arkansas as well. All of that moisture is headed toward the tri-state, so it's still a ways away. We're still not expecting any of this rain for a while. Let's actually see how that timeline is working. I might need to speed this up, but maybe not. So it's showing that that area of rain that's right now near Jackson, Mississippi will be here at about 3 a.m. I actually think that's not too far off. I think that we start to see rain as early as 10 p.m., but we're going to continue to see those showers kind of off and on throughout the day tomorrow. But the earliest that we'll see that rain is late tonight. So most of your Saturday will be dry. Here's what we're going to be talking about here in your First Alert forecast. Here, let's just actually fast forward all the way through this so that we can talk about it. So just a few showers today. Most of the day will be dry and very warm. Temperatures already in the mid-50s. It's already a warm day, and we're just going to continue to warm up. Heavy rain begins overnight and continues through Sunday morning. We're dry Monday with more wet weather for both Tuesday and Wednesday. So, kind of in this pattern where we do have kind of that, we'll have a couple of days of wet weather, we'll dry out briefly, and then more wet weather. Right now, those temperatures in the 50s, 52 in Richmond, 54 in Batesville, 58 in Hamilton, 57 in both Middletown and Lebanon, CVG at 55 degrees. So it is a warm day. It's a pretty quiet day. Winds are now picking up out of the south at 11 miles per hour, but so breezy winds at times, clouds already increasing, no doubt about that. And very moist air. That dew point at 52 degrees, so it will be easy to see some showers later today. Here's that game day forecast. Temperatures around 60 for kickoff. There's a chance for some of those showers around mid-afternoon, but most of the day should be dry, and most of the game should be dry as well, but very warm with temperatures in the low 60s. So here's that hourly forecast. So we're going to show you a couple of different models. This particular model is a little more conservative with the rain. Now, it's very heavy during the late evening and overnight hours. The difference in this model and some of the others is that it tries to dry us out by about mid-morning. Some of the other models keep the rain in here much longer than that. Either way, through tomorrow morning until sunrise, it is going to be very wet. Then the showers do start to taper off by Sunday afternoon. Monday again is going to be dry with more wet weather on the way for Tuesday and Wednesday. Now let me show you a different model. Let me see how quickly I can show you this. Here we go. Now, and you'll see the comparison. So remember that the model that I just showed you kind of dries us out by about 6 a.m., 7 a.m. Watch how this model is very different. Keeps the rain in here, maybe not quite as heavy, but definitely keeps the rain in here pretty much all day on Sunday, kind of in an off and on fashion. So I do think that both those models, what they do agree on is that the rain becomes a little bit more tapered, a little bit more scattered by the afternoon, and I do agree with that. But this model does keep the rain in here a little bit longer. Okay, let's look at rainfall totals. And these rainfall totals are anything that we get from now until Wednesday morning. So most of that's going to be the rain that we get Sunday, anything that we get Tuesday especially. So you're looking at about 1 inch to 1.5 inches in most spots, maybe slightly higher amounts to the northwest. Notice that Batesville, Harrison, about 1.7 inches of rain. But so at times it will be pretty heavy. Again, especially overnight tonight and into tomorrow morning. That's when we're going to see the steadiest, heaviest rain. I'm going to show you this model, and it's kind of the wider view, and we'll go into next week as well. So here's what this looks like in your hourly forecast. The scattered showers possible this afternoon, but it would all be very light. And then the heavy rain moves in tomorrow morning, continues into the afternoon hours, and then tapers by Monday. We're dry Monday. Every model agrees with that. Tuesday, we see showers return, and it's all going to be rain Tuesday. That cold air Tuesday night into Wednesday holds off until late in the evening hours, pushing in from the north. So all day Tuesday, it's liquid, it's rain. That, again, Tuesday is New Year's Eve, but then by Wednesday for New Year's Day, it gets colder. Some of that rain changes over to a very light wintry mix. No accumulation expected of any kind of snow. Thursday, we are going to be dry. And then more wet weather Friday, likely in the form of snow, but perhaps even a rain and snow mix or a wintry mix possible on Friday. And then as we look ahead to next weekend, so that's January 4th and January 5th, it looks like Saturday's dry with more wet weather on the way for Sunday into Monday. So very active weather really overall as we look ahead to not only this weekend, but into next week as well. Let's talk about wind speeds because, again, those winds are going to be picking up tomorrow. Tomorrow is warm, wet, and windy. The 3 W's tomorrow, WWW, warm, wet, windy tomorrow. So let's look at how strong those winds will be. Today, not too bad, but tomorrow, already by the morning hours, you're looking at 25, 30 mile per hour wind gusts. Sustained winds, not quite that high, but still a very windy day. The winds stay high through the morning hours at 30, 40, 45 miles per hour Sunday afternoon. Likely this model is overdoing it a bit, but either way, very strong gusty winds throughout the day tomorrow. Those winds do start to die down by Sunday night and into Monday, but a very, very windy day tomorrow for sure. Okay, let's look at that 7-day forecast. We'll go beyond the 7-day forecast as well. As soon as that graphic wants to load. Okay. Here's that 7-day forecast. Again, Bengals in town today on this Saturday. I know it's hard to keep it all straight. Tomorrow is going to be wet and windy, very strong gusty winds tomorrow. We're dry Monday with temperatures in the low 50s on Monday. And we will see variable clouds, so we'll see some sunshine on Monday. New Year's Eve is wet and windy. Wednesday for New Year's Day gets a lot colder. We go from 47 to 38. It will be blustery too, so it feels even colder. And then we're near freezing for both Thursday and Friday. A few flurries Friday, but it doesn't look significant. And again, nothing here Wednesday. No frozen precipitation will stick. And then let's go beyond the 7-day forecast. And as we look ahead to the beginning of January, it's looking cold again. Highs only in the 20s and 30s, overnight lows in the teens and 20s, and definitely several chances for snow. So what we would kind of expect for this time of year. But Chief Meteorologist Steve Horstmeyer was talking about this last week. This has been the Climate Prediction Center, the long-term models have been predicting this for a while, and it's looking like that's kind of staying consistent. So cold weather for the first part of January, maybe the middle part of the month as well. But again, kind of what we would expect. Now, speaking of what we would expect for this time of year, I know people have thought that December has been cold because we've had some cold snaps, definitely. We have not been in the single digits, at least at CVG. We did drop down to 11 degrees on the 6th. That was the coldest low. But we've been at 58 degrees twice this month. And today should be the warmest day so far this month. Overall, our average high temperature this month has been 43.9 degrees. That's actually 0.2 above normal. And then our low temperature average has been 29.3, and that's 1 degree warmer than normal. So once you average that all together, the average temperature for the entire month so far, not including today, so as of yesterday, the average temperature 36.6, normal is 36. So we've actually been a little more than half of a degree warmer than normal for December. And I know some folks, that's hard to believe because we have had some cold days, highs only in the 30s. We never had a day with a high in the 20s. But we had many days in the 30s, probably about, I don't know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I was going to say 10, 11 days with highs in the 30s. So, but again, overall, on average, it's been a warmer than normal month. So kind of interesting there because I know it has not felt that way to many of us. Okay, let's look again at the hourly forecast for today. So you're prepared for some of that rain. Let me catch up on comments. Okay. So here's that hourly forecast today. We do see that chance for a spotty light shower this afternoon. I don't think we see a lot in the way of precipitation today by any means. Heavy rain arrives overnight. Most of us, it's after midnight, and then continues through tomorrow morning. Sunday morning is going to be very wet. Until about 8 a.m., you're looking at widespread heavy rain. It does start to taper off by the afternoon, but still, I mean, I would just prepare for a very wet day tomorrow. If you're kind of thinking about maybe getting down the Christmas decorations, today is the much better day to do it than to wait for tomorrow, because then we're looking at a lot of rain tomorrow. Monday's a good day too, because Monday's going to be dry. And before, you know, the New Year holiday, that might be a good day to do some of those things outside, like take down the Christmas decorations. I know Allison was talking about the inflatables. They're wet, and if you take them down now, by next season, you're going to be looking at some moldy inflatables. So good idea to let those things dry out, maybe bring them into the garage if you have that, or just lay them out somewhere so that they can dry because it's been so damp lately. And again, today's forecast, you're looking at a high temperature of 61, which is 20 degrees warmer than normal. So very warm today, not a record. The record is 67 degrees, but still an unusually warm day today for sure. How high will the winds get? Let me go back and look at that. Because those winds are actually even higher than I thought. Okay. Jeff asked about the winds. Good question, Jeff. Okay, let's take this full. So today winds aren't too bad. Today you're looking at maybe 15, 20 miles per hour at times, but that's gusts. So sustained winds not too bad, maybe 10 to 15. Tonight, during the overnight hours into tomorrow morning, those winds start to pick up. So pre-dawn hours, you're looking at winds 30, 35 miles per hour. At times tomorrow, though, look at how strong these winds get into the afternoon. 35, 40 mile per hour wind gusts, 45, 50 mile per hour wind gusts. So if they get that high to 45 to 50, I wouldn't be surprised if we have a wind advisory because it is going to be quite strong. This will not last all day. It's kind of in the afternoon hours where those winds are the strongest. So not only is it wet, but it's very windy throughout much of the day tomorrow. I mean, look at this. This particular model predicting as high as 50 miles per hour at times tomorrow afternoon. The winds don't really die down until, the overnight hours and into Monday. So you're looking at very strong gusty winds Sunday, anywhere from, let's say, 5 a.m. until about 10 p.m. Could have some strong winds. Strongest of the winds will be in the afternoon hours. So 50 mile per hour wind gusts, that's really bad. Yeah, so I think 60 is a little high, but definitely 50. Yes. Okay. Any other questions? Those are, yeah, definitely wanted to check on that. All right, let's touch on the 7-day forecast again, and then should be a good way to wrap it up. So today is warm, 61 degrees for your high temperature today. Still very mild tomorrow, but very windy, 58 degrees. We're in the low 50s on Monday with a mix of sun and clouds. Heavy rain, very strong, or very breezy winds, I should say, on Tuesday for New Year's Eve. Temperatures remain in the 40s. Tuesday still above normal, and then we see a much colder air mass for the middle to the end of the week. Highs only near freezing for both Thursday and Friday, with a chance for flurries there on Friday as well. Okay, I think that's about all that I have for you. Of course, Ethan Emery will be back in later this evening. He will have your streaming show at 6, and I think they're on the air on time today at 10 o'clock. They had funky schedules because of college football, but I don't think we have any well, let me see. We probably have basketball today. Well, I know we have the Bengals game, obviously. Yeah, we have women's college basketball before the Bengals game. And then, yeah, the 10 o'clock newscast is on time today. And it's an hour, so 10 to 11 with sports wrap and all that. So, yes, so Ethan Emery will have you covered later this evening. And then I will be back tomorrow morning. So until then, I hope you guys have a great day. Hopefully everybody enjoys the day and we can celebrate a victory tomorrow. Okay, thank you guys so much. I hope you have a great day and enjoy your Saturday. Gosh, I'm so confused. Enjoy your Saturday.